This massive mass shooting that took place in Glendale, we was on the podcast for like almost 3 hours yesterday, covering all the details. Go look at the recent podcast. You'll see it. It's really, really good how I covered it in major detail. But today, we're going to go in depth even more. Multiple people injured, shot, a few people dead. May they rest in peace. This is such a tragedy. But today, I found another video of how this started. I have found multiple videos, actually, and even people talking about it, the people that were there. I have been trying to connect the dots, fill in these pieces of what really happened here. That many innocent people got injured for no reason. It was a fun time. I'm even going to show you a video of that. People were having a great time. But obviously, other people's confrontation leads to other people's problem. It's ridiculous. And it's sad. So I just want to start off by saying, please rest in peace to the people who have succumbed to their injuries, who died in this tragic mass shooting. Let's see what I have for you today. But before we begin, just real quick, hit the like, hit the share button, and most importantly, please, if you're brand new, hit the subscribe. I give major detail on numerous stories. This is a true crime, also trending topics podcast here in your university. I'm your host, North Cross. Let's get straight into it. And we also have a presser update. I have a lot for you today. Let's get into it. So this video that I'm going to start with today, it's going to show, but unfortunately, it does go landscape, so you're going to have to turn your head a little bit. So let's just start with this, okay? So you can see this. Now, this is the same guy. I'm so sorry. I can't, I can turn it, but I have to edit it and all that stuff. It takes some time. It was two guys. Now, I know with the presser, it said that brothers and stuff, people died and they were related. It was a lot of detail that the presser gave. But let's just get into this video. So this is the guy. See, they were throwing hands. They were fighting. Can't play that music. But yep. There was a big confrontation. Big. It was big. And then the DJ was saying, hey, dude, you know what, man? After all this mess, you guys got to go. That's it. See, the security guards were there. Look at them. Oh, man. You see, this guy was fighting. You could just turn your head a little bit. This guy was fighting. But there's more to show you. I have a lot more. Now, before I show you other videos in there and all that, matter of fact, let me show you this of people trying to hide when guns were shooting. Now, this girl that was there, I showed you the video. Actually, I could probably just show you again for the people who... let me just show you the video of the girl explaining, hey, you know, this guy had a big gun and AK-47 and all this stuff. She got into detail. And I'm going to show you that video. I'm so sorry about that. Hold on. Where is it at? Here it is. I want to watch this again with you. And then the reason why I need you to watch this with me is because it's going to lead up to the next video of people hiding and ducking. That's a new video that I have to show you. Crazy stuff. Listen to what she says. I'm going to skip some of it so we can just get into the details.
Fun, come home, that's it. So tonight I went to Oasa in Glendale for the first time. And I had signs telling me not to go. But that guy, I went anyway.
The Oasa is the event that took place within this establishment where the shooting happened.
It was a good time. It was a really good time. I was dancing, just me and my son's older sister, half sister. We were having a great time. Like we weren't there for the guys. We were just there for having a good time, music. That's it, right? And the show was supposed to be over at 8 p.m. The show ended up cutting out like at 7:30 because we were in the stage is over here. We're in the back, in the middle, right? And towards the left, there was like a fight. I don't know if it was between girls or dudes or both, young or old. I don't know what was going on. We were just having a good time in the back. So the DJ cut the music and everybody was booming like, yeah, turn the music down, da 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 da, right? And the DJ was like, cut it out, or we're gonna end the show, whatever, right? So he played the music again. It didn't stop. They were still fighting, whatever. And all I know is I saw like a cup flying over, like I saw like someone threw a drink or whatever. And that was it. So the DJ's like, all right, it's done. Cut it out. Party's over. Everyone can leave. You know what I mean? So I told Priscilla, the one that we were with, I told her, hey, let's kick back a little bit, let the crowd die down. So we were like there for like 5 minutes before the crowd started opening up. So once that happened, we got out the gates. So the gates are right here, the walls right here, there's cars right here, like whatever, right? So we're talking about her family, we're talking about her brother, we're talking about her dog that just had babies, whatever, right? And then I'm looking at this young couple that's like 10 feet away from us, and I see the young girl, she's telling her dude to look. And I didn't see them pointing at whatever they were looking at. I looked at them and I looked at what they were pointing at, what they were looking at, and it was a dude, a young dude. He was really young. He was wearing a red shirt. He was in front of a Lolo. The trunk was popped. I think the trunk was popped. I don't even remember. And all I saw was this big ass like AK on his side, like he was holding it. He was like, just looking around. I'm like, oh fuck. I grabbed her and I'm like, girl, we gotta go. So we start running. We're like 20 feet from him, across from him, and then the wall where we started running to was probably like 50 feet from us. So like, girl, we gotta go. So as soon as I grabbed her and we hit that corner, dude, it was intense. As soon as we hit that corner, all you hear was like shooting everywhere, and all you hear was cars burning out, and you just see people scatter everywhere. Like it was so intense. Like we made it down a block, and then like I fell. I'm not gonna lie, I busted my shit, and then I cracked my phone. My phone's cracked right here, and I get up right away. Like I don't know, like I didn't stay down. Like I got up and we gotta keep going. So she didn't let go. Like she still held on to me. We ran another block, and it died down. All you hear was sirens everywhere, and we ended up running. We ended up walking onto Glendale Ave. I'm like, my ride is gonna pick us up over here. Like we gotta come back this way, but the shooting was already over. I heard like, I'm home. I'm safe, thank God. But
so she was explaining to you what happened and where she was in her perspective, where she was dipping around the corner. They heard shots. She was already outside. She left. This happened indoors at the AOSA event. Now people inside were trapped. And now I have a little bit of that video footage. So let me read the title of this, the description of this video. I was holding the lady right next to me while she was praying for us. I haven't experienced a shooting like this since I left Mexico, bro. These are family events. I witnessed the saddest effing thing ever. These mother effers gotta get canceled. Everyone knows who they are. Take a look. Oh, wait, before I play this video, guys, YouTube, 38 likes. Yikes. Facebook, hit that share button for me. I would appreciate that, guys. Hit the like, hit the share. You're brand new. Again, it takes 1 second to subscribe, to share, to like. Please, I would appreciate it. Let's take a look at this video.
Oh my God. No, don't call anybody right now.
You hear that girl crying.
Right here. Oh my God. No, don't call anybody right now.
Now, with these girls that were there, they said that they were afraid. They didn't want to get up. I don't know why she said don't call, but multiple people actually was gonna call the police because people are, people got pew-pewed. It's crazy. So now with an update and the person that was there, I had that video also, but I kind of want to save this a little later. I want to get to the press conference, a little bit of updates on this, some information for this event. I want to know what happened that leaves 3 people dead and multiple people. They said up to 9 shot. Okay, so let's get into the details, the presser. Now, I already saw some of the stuff. I already know about the brothers and all that stuff. I already know about that. Sorry for coming on a little late today also, guys. At 5 p.m. over here Eastern time, I'm kind of busy with something personal this whole entire week. So expect a little bit of later podcast between 3 p.m. and 10. But we're going to have multiple because I have a lot of podcasts to do today. We also have the boat that crashed in whilst up ashore in California. That happened. Diddy also. It's been an update a lot. All right. So let's get into this.
Even during the early morning hours, there's a massive police presence. We want to go up now to our AZ Family News drone where the focus of the investigation is right outside of downtown Glendale. You're going to see so many evidence markers that are scattered throughout this parking lot. The restaurant is El Camarón Gigante.
See this area? That's where they left. He left out of this gate to come to the right, go into the trunk or whatever, grab that assault rifle, pistol, what have you, come back and start, going crazy.
This is a steakhouse right outside of the downtown Glendale area, just walking distance, literally walking distance from the Glendale Police Department. Now, we've learned that this shooting happened around 7:45 last night. Now, police believe there was more than one shooter, and that is evident by the amount of evidence markers we see at the scene here. A total of 8 people were shot and 3 people died. Important to know, police say there's no longer a threat to their community here in this area. Police say that they have several people detained. We have not heard quite yet if any charges have been filed. Arizona's family spoke with a witness who says there was first a fight at this restaurant and then gunshots.
So I heard people yelling out names. There was a guy on the ground. It didn't look like he made it, unfortunately. He didn't make it. His father, what I think it is his father. He was yelling out his name, and it was pretty bad. It was sad to see.
I mean, just a horrific visual that man is painting during Cinco de Mayo weekend at this restaurant right outside of downtown Glendale. So again, the latest on this is that police have several people detained, but we have not heard if anyone has been charged for this shooting. Police believe that there was multiple shooters here at this restaurant. You can expect to see some of these closures on the outskirts of downtown Glendale. 57th Avenue and Lamar is the area that I'm at right here. No major streets are affected by any of these closures. Colton and Kylie, again, no threat to the community this morning.
I don't like when they say that, no threats to the community, because that really puts people guard down and then they just go back to the same place where it happened. Yet, if shooters are still at large, if they did it in public, they can do it again. That's what blows my mind. I don't like when they say that. I'm not a fan of that at all. I don't like that. People who are around that area, be safe, be careful. The threat is real. Just be careful. Achilles with the 10, that's rare. People need to be safe. Keep an eye out on your 6. Absolutely, Achilles. I haven't seen you. Damn, Achilles went yellow. Thanks, brother. I really, really, really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. But he's right. Absolutely. He's absolutely correct.
At this noon hour about a deadly shooting in Glendale that killed 3 people and injured many others.
Police are now sharing what led up to those shots being fired. Fox 10's Lauren Clark joining us live from the scene downtown Glendale. Police held a press conference earlier this morning and laid out some new details.
That's right. 3 minutes. That's all the time it took, according to police, for 3 people to be killed and 5 others to be injured before officers rushed to the scene. Now, all of this chaos and violence happening just steps away from the Glendale Police Department headquarters. And tragically, this was a site where many people were shot. You can see that this entire block is taped off right now, as hours later, officers are still trying to collect some evidence right next to the restaurant where everything unfolded Sunday evening. We now know the ages of the victims, and because police officers are still trying to make contact with some of the families and speak with them, we do not know their name.
Damn! Oh my God. Yo. Victims killed: a 17-year-old boy, a 21-year-old man, a 29-year-old man. Victims wounded: 16-year-old boy, Oh, that's that video that that we played. That 16-year-old yesterday. That's the video that I played where they try to put a tourniquet on his leg or something like that, right? 20-year-old woman, a 20-year-old man, 21-year-old woman, and a 23-year-old man. Dude, what the? Wow, man.
At this time. However, we do know those killed include a 17-year-old boy, a 21-year-old man, and a 29-year-old man. Tragically, we're told the 17-year-old and the 29-year-old were brothers.
Yeah.
Those wounded include a 20-year-old woman, a 20-year-old man, a 21-year-old woman, and a 23-year-old man. There's also a 16-year-old boy who was in surgery overnight at the hospital, but he is expected to make a full recovery. Now, all of this began before 8 p.m. on Sunday. About 200 to 300 people were at the El Camarón Gigante. It's a restaurant, and it was hosting a concert and car show. The restaurant was also fully in business and was also serving people there too. Witnesses say families were there to enjoy the cars and the music. Around 7:45, a fight broke out near the stage between two groups of people, and those involved were told to leave. Now, once in the parking lot, officers say they began shooting at one another. We spoke to a woman named Secret. She came here this morning to pick up the car that she left behind last night. She says there was some fighting inside, which later escalated to multiple shots outside, one coming after the other. She watched people try to give CPR to those struck. It was a horrifying scene that was a sharp contrast, she says, to what happened moments before. Families hanging out, having food, listening to music, and having fun.
There was a little bit of beefing inside, so they stopped the music, kind of got that under control. Started playing the music. There's a bunch of families. It's a family event. You know what I mean? We get together. This doesn't usually happen. I don't want it to look like the lowrider community is, like this goes on all the time, because it don't.
And back out here live, you can see investigators are trying to collect shell casings. They know that they're dealing with multiple shooters, but they're currently trying to determine that exact number with the evidence that they have. Officers stress that these two groups of people knew each other, and because of that, they do not think that there's any threat to the public at this time. However, they are trying to seek some witnesses to try to help them put some of the pieces together. You can contact them at their non-emergency number, which is 623-930-3000. Reporting live here in Glendale, Lauren Clark, Fox 10 News. Minutes.
Okay, so the presser. Before, after, this was Glendale's officials share that update. I want to watch this along with the official presser with you to get the clear updates about numbers, names, brothers. There's a lot of information out there. Sadly. I do have that video that I want to show you with that girl that was talking about who was actually there. We're gonna watch that. Let's give this a watch, ladies and gentlemen.
What did you guys tell us at midnight that we maybe don't know at this point? That's new information.
Well, I can identify that we have 3 individuals that did die. Those individuals are all males, 17, 21, and 29. The 17-year-old and the 29-year-old are brothers. As far as the injured are concerned, we have 2 females that are injured, 20 and 21-year-old. 3 males, 20, 23, and 16. That 16-year-old did have to go into surgery. He is expected to make a full recovery. As far as what took place here, we can tell you that this started at a concert car event. A fight broke out during that concert. At that point, the venue kicked those individuals out of the concert. It escalated out in the parking lot area, and that's when the gunfire erupted. We know that the individuals that started firing these shots, they are known to each other. They've had some heat between them before, so this is a very isolated incident, and that's really what's important here. We want the public to know that this was an isolated incident, that this was not something that the public needs to be concerned that we have some shooters that are out on the street that they are potentially in danger for. That said, we still want these individuals off the street. We are still actively looking for shooters in this case. We are asking for the public, if they have any information that they can help us to find these individuals, that they do bring that forward to us.
How much of this, if any, was connected to the seafood Mexican restaurant here across the street? Were any of the patrons that were shot eating there or anything of that?
So the restaurant was open at the time, so there were families inside the restaurant. The venue is attached to the restaurant, but they were separate events. So even though the restaurant was still up and running, the concert event was a separate event within that facility. So this potentially could have been a lot worse, because we did have families that were inside that restaurant. It was pretty early in the evening. This was at 7:45 in the evening. We are grateful for the fact that our officers were on the scene and had this under control within 3 minutes. This location is right near our police department, so we had officers there. We had our fire department there treating individuals immediately. Unfortunately, we still did have a loss of life of 3 individuals, but we still had a very fast response time.
Anyone who was injured or hurt that was not involved in this in any way, there's just a bystander in this?
There were the only 5 that we are aware of were the injuries. We're not aware of any further injuries besides those 5.
But were those people connected to the people who were having this confrontation beforehand, or were these random?
We're not sure of that just yet. I can tell you that most of those injuries were grazings of bullet wounds, so we're not sure if they were connected to all of this or not. The individuals that began this fight were the ones that were kicked out of the venue, and that's when the shooting occurred.
Quick clarifying question. This car show you say where this all stemmed from originally, is that near here or was that somewhere else?
The car show and the concert were all in one, so it was at the venue. So if you actually look, you can see some of the vehicles are still outside in the park.
And it was a Cinco de Mayo celebration? Is that what this was?
I don't know if it was necessarily for a Cinco de Mayo celebration, but it was a car show concert.
And just to be clear, we saw some people get detained on scene. We were shooting that as we first came here. Fair to say those people are being questioned, or what's the status?
Our detectives are still actively speaking to individuals. They're still gathering evidence. This is going to be some time before all of this is cleared up. As you can imagine, there's a lot of shell casings that they have to deal with. That's part of the process here. They can tell by the shell casings how many different types of weapons.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have more video footage that I just found and at the car show. Hi, Rachel. She says, "Why is the first reaction to beef anymore? Pew pew someone?" Absolutely. It's the new thing now, Rachel. I'm not for it. It's shooting anyone in general. There's innocent people around. Handle your disputes with your fists, not with guns. You understand? It's crazy. Let me continue with this video real quick and the presser, and then I have some new video to show you of actually people there recording. It's insane. But again, nothing graphic, nothing crazy. You just got to respect YouTube, Facebook policies. Let's keep going.
They're dealing with, potentially how many shooters they were dealing with. So they're going to be out here for some time. They've been out here already for some time. This started at 7:45 yesterday, and we're now more than 12 hours later, and they're still out here.
I know you also were asking the public for help when identifying anybody. Any info you can give us to broadcast that people should be on the lookout for?
Right now, we've just seen a lot of social media videos and TikTok videos. We're still asking for those. Any information is not anything that we are going to turn away. So if you think you saw or heard something that could potentially lead to getting these folks off the street, we're going to ask you to go ahead and supply that. That non-emergency line is 623-930-3000, and you can remain anonymous.
Question.
Are they injured being cooperative?
Everyone that we have been in contact with has remained cooperative.
Any other sort of video evidence you think that's in this area you guys may have collected?
We are still trying to canvass that. As you can imagine, we're using all methods possible to try and get as much information as possible.
So the people that were shot can't identify the shooters?
Well, that we're still talking to them. As you can imagine, the first priority was trying to get them the help that they need for their injuries, and then after that, our detectives start talking to them.
What type of weaponry was used here? Do you guys know that yet?
We're still trying to figure that out.
Great. Last one, Ed?
I think that's it.
Great.
He gave some very good information, and that wasn't even the full presser. That was Jose Miguel, by the way. That wasn't the full presser. I have the full presser now. Kind of, but yeah. Just to hear him say, hey, you know, these shooters are still there. There's still a threat around the area. In my opinion, I would advise people. I mean, there's people who, yo, did you guys see the comments on my the podcast that I did yesterday on this when I broke the story? The comments are a lot of people that were there. They watched my video. They were like, dude, this happened on Facebook too. I'm telling you, if you're new, go watch it. Go look at the comments. Comment on yourself and give me your thoughts also. It's crazy. It is sad that someone has 2 sons that they lost. You know, it's really, really sad. The 2 brothers, that 19 and 29-year-old, they both died that night. And now a mother and father has to hear the news that they lost both of their sons. It's really fucked up. And these shooters are still out there. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. All right, so let's get into that where Jose Miguel was talking about.
I want to first start off by saying that this was indeed an isolated incident, that there was no threat to the general public. We still do have suspects that are outstanding in this situation, but again, this was an isolated incident. This all started at 7:45 on Sunday evening at a concert that took place at the Camarón Gigante, which is just behind me here at 57th Drive. I can confirm that there are 3 individuals who died here at the scene. All those individuals are males. Their ages are 17, 21, and 29. I can tell you that the 17-year-old and the 29-year-old are brothers. I can also confirm that we have 5 individuals who were injured in all of this. Those that were injured were 2 females. Their ages are 20 and 21. The other 3 were males, ages 20, 23, and 16. The 16-year-old was the most critically injured. We can tell you that that individual did have surgery overnight, but they are expected to recover from that incident. What I have been able to get from detectives is that, once again, this started at a concert here at the venue. During that concert, there were a group of individuals that began fighting. At one point, those individuals were escorted out of the venue. That fight escalated out in the parking lot, and those individuals began firing shots at one another. That's when this became a chaotic situation. I can tell you our officers were on the scene within 3 minutes of the first shots being fired, and everything was under control within minutes after that. We are very pleased with how our officers handled the situation. But that said, we still have outstanding individuals out there that we are wanting to not only question, but obviously get off the streets. We're asking for any individuals who have any information to please continue to supply those. We know that there's a lot of social media videos that are being circulated. A lot of them have made it into our hands. We ask that you continue to go ahead and provide us with as much information as possible so we can get these individuals off the street.
Now, after that, they gave detail. Let's have a listen.
Information we just learned is that this was not just people inside of this restaurant nearby. This was a massive party out in front of this restaurant.
I can't imagine if they didn't took that fight outside, because I must remind you how it looked inside. There was a. Let me show you the video again of what it looked like, just real quick. Inside, if they didn't, they were fighting inside, but if they did not take it outside, it would have been. Sorry, he turned the camera. Yeah. See, he was throwing hands. Now, I am not sure that's the brother that died. I don't know the specific identification of each individual in this video that matches, you know, who they saying that the 17 or 29, but I'm pretty sure one of them is the individuals. See, this is all inside. If they would have stood inside, it would have been worse. It would have been the injuries. I mean, it's
where this shooting happened. Again, 8 people shot, at least 3 killed. We're about to go live here with the press conference with the spokesperson for Glendale Police, so I'm going to step aside.
Okay, so we saw this already.
escorted out of the
We can skip
venue.
this. That was the presser we just watched.
That fight escalated out in the parking lot, and those individuals began.
He took
handled
questions.
that. I mean, you saw the videos on social media. Very large crowd of people. A lot of people looked like they may have been underage at that time as well. So does does Glendale Police's investigation look into that venue and how they handle this?
I can tell you right now, the biggest concentration we have here is the homicide investigation. After that, we'll look into how the venue handled the rest of the situation. Our goal here is to make sure that we get the justice for those who have died here at the scene, and then we'll look into any other future violations after that.
Did anything happen inside?
Okay, we got two questions.
Did anything happen inside?
As far as what we've been told, once the fight broke out, the venue themselves kicked those individuals out, and everything escalated outside in the parking lot area.
Do you know if any of those three men died from multiple fights or were they in a fight?
We are still trying to piece that together. We are under the understanding that they were part of the original fight, but we're still trying to piece that together.
Could Glendale Police release any surveillance images of the suspects you guys are looking for?
Right now, we're working with our detectives to get as much information as possible out there. Right now, we were just hoping to get you guys enough information so that the public knew that there wasn't a threat to the community as a whole.
Have next of kin been contacted?
Right now, next of kin hasn't been contacted. Once that's been done, I will release information as far as the names of the individuals who have died.
Any reaction from PD regarding the ages of these victims? Obviously pretty young.
You know, it's heartbreaking anytime there's a loss of life, especially when you're dealing with juveniles of any type of form. But we're pleased with the response time that our folks had. We're pleased with the response time that our fire department had. This could have been a much worse situation. We're thankful that it didn't escalate even further. Had this not been as close as it was to our department, this could have been a much worse situation. But again, there was a tragedy here where 3 people did lose their lives and 5 others were injured.
This is a relatively new venue or new restaurant, we understand. Have there been any other incidents here prior, and did they react in the way that Glendale PD to this fight?
To your point, yes, this is a fairly new restaurant. There were other events here, but this is the first time, to my knowledge, that we've had to respond to an incident.
Look at that. Like, you can see the story here. Like, do you see every cone? That's the shell casings or some evidence that ties to this crime that happened just outside. You see that? This is the gate where they left, but they came back and they spotted them outside and started shooting. If it happened inside this venue, bro, I'm telling y'all, that 3 would have been doubled. And thank God it did not. Because that's where people were hiding. And I showed you the video. I showed you this. I showed you. This is just a small little clip of the individuals that were hiding inside.
Right here. Girl, I need oh my God. No, don't call anybody right now.
Now the power of an AR, assault rifle, what have you, stronger. It's further. I mean, it could travel all the way to this back kitchen. Best to believe when I tell you. A handgun, powerful, 9mm, what have you, Glock. But a rifle, an AR, I mean, she said an AK-47. Let me tell you, that shit is penetrating. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me. So these people are behind that kitchen are still in danger. Well, at that time. Yeah. Let's continue with the details.
Of this nature, we've never had a shooting or a violent incident of this nature at this restaurant. Again, right now we're concentrating on the homicide situation and getting those individuals off the street, and we're going to look into the actions of the restaurant after that.
Did any officers have to fire their weapons?
No, there were no officers that were injured. No officers had to fire their weapons. Everything was handled
because they
within
came
a couple
afterwards.
of minutes, and we're pleased with how our officers handled the situation.
A number of people were detained. Jose, are those people cooperating with this investigation?
Everybody we've been talking to has been very cooperative.
This rare Mayweather we're having, is this complicating your investigation at all? Because all this is outside, obviously.
Yeah, this is a very wide scene because there was quite a bit of gunfire that took place. So yes, it actually does add some complications to the situation, but our officers are doing the best that they can.
Have your officers or investigators so far discovered or found out the type of firearms that were used based off the shell casings that were left behind, or too early to say?
That's too early to say right now.
How long do you expect this to still
He did say it was a mix earlier, so that's a contradiction right there. He did say it was different firearms. He did say that.
Out here for some time. I can tell you they've been working since last night, and they're going to be out here throughout the morning.
What information are officers still looking for at this point? What do we can't say?
We really want to narrow down the amount of shooters that we were dealing with. They can tell that by the casings, the types of casings. So once we can narrow down the different types of casings, we can narrow down the types of weapons that are used.
Damn, you can actually see all the cones just from this drone aerial footage itself. That has to be just a, oh my gosh, that could be around like 40 to 50 cones. Easy, more, if not. Oh, wait, more. I didn't know there was some on the left side of that. Oh man, yeah, absolutely, more than 40. That's, damn. That's, damn.
Helps us narrow down the amount of shooters that we're dealing with.
Thank you.
Yes, V,
All
I
right,
have,
so
I have
there's
the
kind of
info
a
already.
wrap up at this point on what happened last night. We're learning 2 brothers were 2 of the 3 that were killed, and so all really young people, Tess.
17 is the youngest who's been killed. 16 is among the 5 who are still being treated at the hospital this morning who've been hurt. So,
what was it?
Overnight, but they are.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, 16. He had emergency surgery. Okay. So, let me see here. Real quick. Okay, so this is the updated video she was talking about. Let's see, because she was there.
Good morning, guys.
I believe so. This is the chick that was there? Let's just watch the video.
It's the morning after last night, after the Owasa Glendale thing, like, dude. Okay, so I have like this big guilt on me right now. I've never experienced guilt like this after having a night out or something. It's not like I go out often. Anyways, that's not the point. I just feel real guilty. Like, I don't know. I can't explain this feeling. Like, I just feel guilty and like ashamed of myself for some reason. And I don't know. But anyways, Thank you, man. The point of this video is because I was going through my pictures and the videos I have of last night. And I had took a video of this car burning out. But I was a little late on the burnout, so I didn't catch the burnout. But I got a clip of the dude that started shooting seconds before he started shooting. I'm gonna show it.
Oh, wait, what? She has the clip? Wait, what? Wait, hold on now. Wait, Achilles, dude, thank you for the can we get some W's in the chat for Achilles, please? Can we say thank you to him? Bree with the 10 says, remember the one from New Mexico where the brothers as well? Crazy. There was one like that as well? I gotta find that link, Bree. Thank you for telling me, Bree. I might have to find that. I have to find that. Thank you, Achilles and Bree. Let's get some W's in the chat for both of them.
Second.
Did you guys hear what she just said?
Before he started shooting,
Listen.
Of this car burning out. But I was a little late on the burnout, so I didn't catch the burnout. But I got a clip of the dude that started shooting seconds before he started shooting. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna post it on here. I don't know how to. Dude, I'm so out of it today. Like, I don't feel like I am so out of it. Like, I'm not hungover or nothing like that. I feel like really out of it. This is insane. Like, I cannot believe, like, I woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and I started going through the clips, and I have a video seconds before the shooting. Like, that's insane to me. Like, if I wouldn't have been paying attention to the little girl that was telling her boyfriend to look the other way, because we were literally, like, it shows how close we were standing in front of this dude. Like, we were a pretty close distance in his line. If I would have been paying attention, you know, me and Priscilla were like right in front of him. Like, can you imagine? Like, dude, things happen for a reason. There's a reason why I saw that girl telling her. There's a reason why I looked. There's a reason why me and Scylla left right away. She didn't fight me on us leaving or anything. She was like, okay, let's go. So, like, you know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason. If we would have stood there any longer, our night probably could have ended up completely different. Like, that Dude, it blows my mind. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. I might be dramatic.
Yeah, she's suffering from survivor guilt. Yep, she is. I do feel bad because yeah. Tanya, thank you for being a member for 1 month. I appreciate that so much. Tanya also with the $4.99. Thank you. Achilles again and Breezy, you both. Thank you both again. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And mind you, guys, this was a family event. Like people took their kids here, like low key. They really did. They did. Remember that part was a steakhouse. It was like a seafood. It's a mix of something at this event here. But damn, she survived. That's crazy. My advice to her, I hope. I messaged her, but then I deleted my message because I felt bad. I could have been talking to her all day today, but I retracted my message. I deleted my message that I sent to her because I predicted this was going to happen, and it did. She has survivor guilt. I don't want to be that podcaster, unlike these fucking outlets and police, that they want to attack people. What information do you have? Give me the video. I don't want to do that, dude. Just rest, mama. Take it easy for today. Count your blessings. Thank God you're here because you could have been a victim. So I deleted my message to her. So let's continue watching.
I had 2 hours of sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. I might be dramatic to most of you guys on here. I don't know. But this right here is kind of traumatizing. I can only imagine the family, the people that got hurt, how their families are feeling like. And I wasn't even hurt. I made it home safe. Thank God I made it home safe to my children. But I couldn't imagine how everyone is feeling right now because this is intense. This is traumatizing.
Okay, all of that. They need to play music out here.
Oh, I think she posted that to show right before it happened.
They need to
Wait.
play music out here.
Yeah. This is right before it happened. So the video I have is them fighting, and this is right before it happened. Yes, this is. Mere moments. Oh shit. That is that's scary, man. That's some scary shit. All right, y'all. So let's take it back to the scene. There are people that was recording at that scene. Like, this is it happening right here. Before I show you this, this is the footage right here. Please, guys, hit the like, subscribe. YouTube, I can't even get like just 20 more likes. We do have a podcast later on today. Remember, guys, you can join the Discord. Joining the Discord is your best bet. You're going to miss notifications on Facebook and YouTube. And then you're going to come in and be like, I didn't get notification. I didn't know you was on. Join Discord. You will 100% get notification. Who in here got the notification on Discord that I was live? All I have to do is put at everyone, hey, guys, I am live. It automatically gets to your phone. Don't mute Discord. Never do that. Never, ever, ever. Don't ever do that. Ever. You will get all the notifications that I'm live. All right, here's the video, guys. Let's get to it.
What? I'm way over there.
There ain't nothing inside, right, that's worth getting?
No, in our tent. No one's going in there, so it's fine. It's fine.
The stickers? No, she brought the stickers in.
No, when we were...
Where's the stickers at? You didn't bring the stickers?
Oh, no, they're on the ground, huh? They're on, right where we were. Right by the,
by the... Like that tent where they were hiding at. Bro, it's fucking some punk ass kids fucking shut up. What's up? Fucking people are dead, shot, hurt. Dude, that's fucking scary. I heard fucking shells fall right by your ass, bro. I was so scared I was about to get fucking shot. Dude, fucking poor innocent people are fucking dead because people got kicked out for fucking fighting, bro. Who you calling? We're not gonna ever get out.
I don't even think you can get out.
I'm all the way over there.
Dude, it's like all around.
This is fucked up, bro. This is so fucked up. All because some young punk ass kids don't know how to fucking park. It's been confirmed that a few people understanding that are dead. Rest in peace. Just come out to try to have a good time with your friends and your family. Some fucking bullshit.
I don't even think you're gonna be able to get out.
We're not gonna be able to get out.
I think you can.
So that truck that you see right there, that was the truck in the video. Another truck got their tires popped. Because they didn't just, guys, when they were shooting this weapon, it's not just like you point, shoot, and then it's good. You have to control that recoil. You have to have aim. You're not thinking about how they shot not only people, cars, vehicles, injuries. You know, in certain cases, some people don't even report their injuries. You know, there are people. All right, where I was from, I'm not gonna say nothing. I don't want to say nothing, but somebody that got injured for being part of an entanglement in a crime where they did not even go to the hospital because they were going to get arrested. So he had to deal with his injuries on himself. That happens more than you know. People are afraid. They don't want to get caught up into either the hospital, the police, or nothing. I'm telling you through experience. Promise you. I had this footage. I didn't know. There were kids at the event. Yeah. He said that there were. So this guy he said that there were kids at that event. He was there, dude. What the fuck? The video that I just showed you, I didn't show nothing graphic. Damn, this is wild. No, he wasn't screaming Allah. No, he wasn't screaming that stuff. He wasn't screaming any of that. See, that's where. Hold on, real quick. That's where. They left right before that happened. Yeah. Dude, that's wild, man. Chat. Oh, man. Dude, that's insane. Oh, I feel so bad, man. Yeah. You know, it really is sad that you know, these women and guys got shot up, grazed. Like you could have gotten shot in any part, but the three people they got shot up and succumbed to the injuries. So it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Any videos, any extra videos I'm gonna show on Discord that I can't show on YouTube. You guys know. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. All this over a dispute that happened inside the event. The dispute didn't take place outside. It took place inside. I showed you mad videos of them fighting. It all happened inside, and then it led to outside. And then, as you just fucking heard, I didn't even know I had this footage. I have to be very careful. Lesson learned right now. I have to be very careful because I'll be finding footage that's like, yeah. I'm going to continue to do my investigation work, guys, like I always do. This stuff takes hours, but it's worth it to find crucial information just to help to educate the general public, but to keep people in this area safe. I forget what the news says. I'm going to say, be careful. Be careful. You see all those people that are out there, even kids, families, they shut that shit up like nothing. You know, actually,
Last night.
this video footage, if I'm not mistaken, I think the guy walked up to him. Like, did I not? Hold on. Hold on, chat. Yeah. Yeah. You can't even help people because they end up getting hurt. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, guys. I am going to call it here for today's podcast. We have another one, so I'm going to say this. All right. You guys know, hit the like and subscribe. Again, check if you unsubscribed. People tend to do that by accident. If the button is red and it says subscribe, that means you did not subscribe. If you click it, it says subscribed, past tense. That means you just subscribed. Okay. Also, on YouTube, right? Don't go anywhere. Just please hear me out because people miss notifications or whatever. I'm gonna help you with that right now. Okay. So you go to the YouTube channel, Novacity on Facebook. This is a primary viewing experience. Okay. When you click here, it says subscribe. You click all, all, within subscribed. That's how you get the notification. But the best way to get the notification is join Discord. When you join Discord, right, I'm going to show you something. It's going to take 1 minute of your, not even 10 seconds of your life, okay? This is the Discord. Everybody's chatting, this is the Novacity True Crime Trending Topics official Discord. You right click, right? Whatever. You go to notification settings. You do not click all messages. You do not. This is the biggest secret. You do not click that. It's there by default. Take that off. Because you're going to get everybody's messages. You don't want that. You only, it gets annoying. It does. Only at mentions. You get this one. You click this one inside your notification settings in the app. Because that means that when I say at everyone, hey guys, it's broadcasting to everyone saying I'm going live right now. That makes sure 100% you won't miss a podcast. You won't miss an update. You won't miss, I'm now making TikToks and Reels and Shorts now. My announcement will tell you, don't click nothing. Don't click all messages. Join a Discord and it'll appropriately give you notifications. So it won't be annoying, but you only get it from me. Clear? Cool? Awesome sauce. All right, guys. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate for the people who like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I will be here again in just a couple hours. For sure, Ski, trust me, I will be on again. All right. We have a lot of things to cover. I know a lot of crime has happened today. Another shooting happened. A boat washed ashore, possibly with immigrants. They died. A few of them died. I think 2 or 3. A lot has happened. I'm going to cover it with detail, with extent research here on University. I'm your host, of course. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Like I always say, do good and die great. And I'll see you on the next one.